I'm gonna finish this with my Kool-Aid. Sit, stand, kneel. All right, we've got another guy coming out from Jamestown. Very funny guy. You can catch him at JR's, I believe, April 11th again. Got a nice open mic going out there.
It's totally off.
We've got Erik Baughman coming out.
He was wrong in both cases, so roll with that.
Fair enough.
Shit. Can you guys even see me up here? You gotta. Was somebody using that chair? So I'm gonna get a step stool in here. Can you see me now? Much better. Much better. Christ. You guys like sugar? Woo! What about brown sugar? Woo! I wasn't always this dark, or brown rather. I just been through a lot of shit. Shit. I mean, you think I'm short? You should see my other leg. Yeah. I call it Wu-Tang. It ain't nothing to fuck with. Oh man. You know, being short's not so bad. I'm always looking up to people. You know, I got problems in the dating world. You know, I think a lot of women are into tall guys. I like to tell women, Mr. Right could be right under your nose. You might just have to look down. Oh man, you know, I don't have a lot of luck with women. I feel like a sick dog out here, the way women keep putting me down. Let me think. I'm so short, you know, when I wave, I end up microwaving. I'm so short that when I hit the mini bar, it's kind of like hitting a regular bar. I'm so short that I can't even buy regular condoms anymore. I have to buy condominiums. It's a tough go, it's a tough go. I came up here kind of nervous, not because of the stand-up comedy, but because of this dartboard right here. I thought it might be funny if the bartenders passed out the house darts, and if you could see if you could get me. Bullseye for the eye. Shit, I got some funny stories for you. You know, I'm in the dating scene. I hear a lot of people up here talking about Tinder or dating apps. They don't work for me. Dating apps are kind of like my socks. I can never find a good match. I started dating this chick. You know, she rides a motorcycle. She's a bad bitch, let me tell you. We didn't date for too long, but we were first talking, and she said something to me like, "Hey, I think I might go for a bike ride." I said, "Oh, that's so nice. Can I join you? Where do you ride?" She says, "I'm sorry, but by bike ride I mean motorcycle." And then when she said motorcycle, I realized that meant I wasn't invited. I used to date this history teacher, but I don't talk about the past. I dated this chick. She was really into Harry Potter. But what I found out was that there's no hanky-panky between magicians. There's only hocus pocus. It got weird. I was into it though. I'm into weird stuff. Hell, you know. I like to forget a safe word. Every safe word should be stop, right? Like, stop! I don't know. My dad, he's pretty cool. He raised me, well, first of all, I was adopted. So he's white, and it was kind of tough growing up sometimes, when people kind of assume when you first talk to them that, first of all, you might speak to them in Spanish. Well, I started speaking to them into, proper English, and they're like, whoa. Especially police officers. You get pulled over, and you roll the window down and they expect you to say, hola, policía. But instead, it's like, good evening, officer. Do you know why I pulled you over? Of course I do. Because I'm brown. My dad raised me, but he was a big outdoors guy. He enjoyed going hunting a lot, and he would take me hunting all the time. I would just stay the fuck out of the woods towards the end of hunting season. When all the hunters got desperate, I'd hear him say, if it's brown, it's down. If it's brown, it's down. So, it got kind of treacherous. I'm just getting into being out of in-between jobs. I'd rather be in between women, literally, than in between jobs. But I applied to a department store for a night shift stocking position. And for the interview, I showed up with my unmarked van and ski mask, and they said, sorry, sir, it's not that kind of stocking. Sorry. Yeah. I still got the job, though. I mean, we cleared it up. I just started working at a roofing company, and I got picked on. They said, you're going to have to buy yourself a bigger hammer. Your hammer's too small. I thought, hey, little guy, little hammer, it's okay. They said, no, you're going to have to take that son of a bitch back to Fisher Price. I was like, oh, crap. All right. Okay. I'm trying to think. At my apartment, there's this tree growing outside. It's like a weed, and it's taller than me. That's how I know nature's cruel, is because I've been living there longer than that tree's been there, and it's taller than I am. What the hell? I got a patio outside of my apartment, and there's a whole bunch of chickmunks making their home under there. They got like multiple entrances. They got an A-hole, a B-hole, a D-hole. They even got a C-hole. Of course, the A-hole is their main hole. It's the one they use all the time. I swear to God, I've seen them take the D-hole sometimes right into the A-hole. The C-hole is where they store all their nuts. I'm serious. I'm serious. It's crazy out there. I gotta trap these things, I always talk about my dad. I think he's funny. I don't know if this is funny, but he started out as an insurance salesman. Sold insurance, raised a family, made a lot of money, and he did really well for himself. But in his 50s, he was like, this is not what I want to do anymore. He wanted to open up a mushroom farm. And he's 100% happy. You know what I mean? He's foraging for wild mushrooms. He digs his life. He's like a hippie now. He lives up in the woods off the grid. You know what I mean? Last time I talked to him, he tells me, hey, listen, I've been going to the YMCA. He's like, yeah, I'm about to take these lifeguard classes. I'm about to be a lifeguard. I'm like, what the hell, man? He's like looking at himself in the mirror while he's talking to me. He's like, I think I'm pulling off a David Hasselhoff. I was like, crap, man. So I was asking for life advice. I was like, so how do you figure yourself? He's like, I'm 62 and I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I thought that was pretty important to me, Let me think. Being adopted, I always thought that being raised by white folks was kind of awkward at times. You know, I thought it might have been awkward for them, kind of like reluctantly owning a cat when everybody knows you're a dog person. I remember hours upon hours spent in the bathtub, just scrubbing my skin, trying to get the brown off. Like, Mom, what the hell? How did this happen to me? You know, but my mom always said, you know, you weren't born from my belly, you were born from my heart. So I thought that was really sweet. I learned a couple things along the way growing up. I'll leave you with a couple of these. You know, dating's trouble for me. I remember dating this girl, and I wanted her to meet my dad. You know, and my dad, he lives in North Carolina, and I live in Erie, Pennsylvania. And we go to this hotel he's staying at. And it's around like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I knock on his hotel door, and he answers it buck naked, just in the nude. And I look at him, I look down, I look up at him again. I'm like, hey man, you might want to go put something on. He's like, oh, sorry. It wasn't until later on that I realized that particular chick I was dating at the time had seen my dad's dick before she saw mine. I was like, oh crap. She said to me something funny though, like, hey, thank God you're not blood related. Yeah. Hey, you know, I try to pick up a little, you know, learning. You know, I don't think you're ever too old to learn, but I learned in high school that you can't just yell out, I got a chubby, unless you're tagging out the fat kid in dodgeball. Even then, you know, probably still shouldn't say it. Hey, thanks, folks. That's it for me.